Them a wonder how blessed we do this. I see them come with tongue. Teach a prophet, tell them we love them longer. Need them heart, it and it. Fresh radiant, they don't know. What the good ones?
Yes, family. Greetings. Welcome back to the Light Show every Thursday from 9 to 11 with Asara Michael. As usual this week, we're bringing you another packed show. This week we have on the show with us Brother Knox. We have Brother Dougie. We have Smokey 9278 and DS Jammers. The word Smith. Now, if you're not fully aware of any of these individuals, they're all high-profile individuals within their own right, and we're going to speak to them later on about an event that they're all going to be at called the TOL, Temple of Light, Black History Month 2017 event happening at Chestnut Community Center on October the 7th, 21st, and 29th. So just sit tight. We're going to come back to that in a little while and give you a little in-depth analysis of the Black History Month event.
The Light Show, 92.9 FM. Bless.
This week, we're dealing with the situation called the Black History Month event happening in October. You know, I'm very excited about that because, you know, Black History Month, that's our month. You know, that's the month where we reflect on the great ones that came before us, the ones that laid the foundations upon which we stand. So, you know, I'm very enthusiastic about that. I'm very excited to be a part of Black History Month, especially here in London, UK, you know, because this is the center of what you call black consciousness in the world at the moment. And you need to know that. So, Brother Knox, to you, tell us a little bit about why you wanted to. Because I know you're very busy, man. I know you have a very busy schedule. You know, I know you do a lot of research, and I know a lot of people are interested in your research. So for you to take the time and to be here with us, you know, it's greatly appreciated. But I also would like to know, why is it that you would take the time to be involved, like in a Black History Month that is not really something that is really pushed as a commercial venture or anything like that? Why would you be taking your time and energy for that?
Yeah, I mean, well, for years I've been doing talks on Black history anyway, and I, you know, have done lots of talks on health as well. So autism sort of fits in between the two areas, and it's one of those subjects that, I mean, large portions of black community all over the world are affected by it.
Right.
And they're isolated by themselves without the right support, both financially and in terms of strategies to assist their children.
Right.
So I've learned a lot about the condition. I have to deal with it every day and night for the last 12 years, and I'm still learning. And you know, I'm just happy to share what I've learned with everyone else. So if you do have one child or children who have certain behaviors, you need to try to get them to have a diagnosis, because without that you can't get any help and support, both in school, from the government, or anywhere else. So you'll be on your own. And unfortunately, even within the best of families, from a lot of feedback I've had, you know, family members refuse to babysit and have the child. The parent don't want to take them out into public, too difficult, or into church. Some churches wouldn't have them either.
Right, really, even to that level.
So yeah, so it's horrible because people are isolated and suffering by themselves in silence.
Right.
And in some countries it's seen as a taboo.
Yes.
So people are embarrassed and ashamed. So, myself and my son, we try and raise awareness about autism to show that there is help. It's not something to be embarrassed about. People need to understand about the condition. I've read about over 9,000 pages of research information so far, and about 42 books.
Absolutely. Brother Knox, it's been absolutely wonderful having you here with us today. I must say that to all our listeners, locally, nationally, and internationally, to look up this brother Knox and look into the research that he's been doing on autism. And those who are having to deal with autism on a daily basis and you need help and support, Brother Knox is a great ambassador for autism, and he will be there to support you, and he'll be there to give you more information and guide you along the road and help you to strengthen yourself and strengthen your loved ones who have autism or who are dealing with autism. So make sure that you're there on October the 7th, where Brother Knox will be speaking at the TOL Temple of Light Black History Month 2017 Community and Ancestral Information Black History Month event at Chestnut Community Centre, 280 St. Anne's Road, Tottenham, London, N15 5BN. And if you would like to find out who is the son of this great man, Knox Daniel, if you don't already know. I know some of you already know, but some of you who don't know, if you'd like to find out, make sure you come down to the event, right, where his son will be as well. Him and his son will be there together, and you will find out who is the son of Knox Daniel, right? Brother Knox, what would you like to say in parting?
Yeah, so Joshua will be attending, and he speaks about autism. In fact, we did a radio interview about a month ago, and he raises awareness about the condition. He fundraises for 3 autism charities, 2 in Africa and 1 in the UK. I would say I'm more even a novice compared to him, because he lives it. I'm looking in from the outside.
Yes, Knox. I don't really want to tell him their name,
okay,
but I'll give him a little clue. Right? He's the youngest person to graduate from Oxford University. He's also a prominent member of the Autism Society, is it, in the UK here, and he's
12 now.
Yeah, I was about to say 9. He's only 12 years old now, right? And he's not even a teenager yet. And these are little clues, so you can go and research, so that when you do come down to the event, right, we'll probably even put a little raffle out there for you, that if you could tell us something about Joshua Beckford that we don't know, we give you a free entry into the event. All right, so Brother Knox, in parting, I'll just have to say to you, thank you very much for coming here today, and we look forward to seeing you again on October the 7th down at the Black History Month.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope everyone, even if you don't have a child on the spectrum, make an effort to come, because you may have a relative, whether in this country or even abroad, who may have a child who's on the autistic spectrum.
Yes, family. That was Brother Knox. It's very nice talking to the Brother Knox about autism. I'm very fascinated about the subject of autism, and I'm looking forward to hearing and finding out a lot more about how this autism actually works. But up next we have an artist from the Congo. Right, he's a good friend of mine as well. Yeah, I've been around this brother here for years. I've seen how he's dedicated himself to his trade. how he's mastered his trade, and he's became quite famous on the continent, and even here in the UK, you know, he's got a great following, you know, and his name is Smokey 9278. Right? He's here now with us. I want to play a tune from Smokey before I really bring him in to let him tell you a little bit about himself and why he chose to do the Black History Month event in October. Smokey, I know you got your following out there. A lot of people been following Smokey 9278. Now, how long you been doing this thing here, Smokey? How long you been?
Wow. Yo, man. I don't even know, man. It's been forever, like. Since I was like...
I remember you doing this thing back in at least 1998.
Yeah, it's been...
Was that it? 1998, 1999, 2000?
96.
96. And I remember you
16.
out there walking up and down, going different little studios with the bus pass.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Jumping on the bus. Remember Smokey?
Definitely.
So, where you at today, really, with this music thing? Because I see a lot of videos of yours on YouTube. I know you're doing a lot of clubs. You know, I hear you on the radio. So, you know, how you doing, Smokey? How's it going?
Yo, man, I can't complain. Everything's blessed right now, you know. Big thing I go on in. I go, my album's out.
What's the name of the album, Smoke?
Lingala Hip Hop.
Lingala Hip Hop.
Lingala Hip Hop.
Right.
That's the name of
hold on. Not everybody know what Lingala Hip Hop means. What's Lingala Hip Hop, man? Like New York hip hop. I heard of like London hip hop.
Excuse me.
French hip hop. What's Lingala hip hop?
Lingala Hip Hop. I call it Lingala Hip Hop because I call it Lingala Hip Hop. Yeah, I call it Lingala Hip Hop because I rap in Lingala and I do hip hop.
Okay, so you know, when you say you rap in Lingala now,
Lingala is a Congolese language. I'm Congolese.
Congolese language.
Congolese language.
And when you rap in Lingala, how you make that rhyme like that, yo? How you do that? How you make them Lingala words rhyme like that?
I really had to practice a lot.
Okay.
Okay. So I practice a lot, and it's because I'm already a hip hop fan.
Right.
So that's my kind of music. Hip hop is my music. So because I know how they do it already, so I kind of just translate it to Lingala, you know.
Okay,
what I mean?
so when you say that now, because I remember you back in the day, man, you used to rap with like a London kind of accent sound, right?
Yeah.
You was doing everything in English.
Yeah.
Right? I could understand every word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You was flowing. I understood the flow.
I remember that.
But then you switched it into Lingala hip hop. Now, why would you do that?
You know, to be honest with you, I came here in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I came here in 2002, but it looks like I grown up here, right, because of the way I flex now.
So you just adapted quickly to everything. Just absorbed it.
You know,
right.
Quickly. So I came here in 2002, and obviously I was doing my thing, but I didn't really feel comfortable doing it like with English, like, you know.
Right.
So I did Lingala verse, and one of my friends heard it, and they was like, "Yo, this thing is banging."
Right.
Like, wow.
Right.
It was like, "Yo, man, you need to do a song." So I did a song, and that song called Mawato is a Mawato, Bonabajona Babobodo, where we became because I'm a passy, be transit back out in a basasi. So he went like viral in Congolese community.
So
it blew up.
Right. So that's big, really, because people might not understand. Like, Congo is not like a small place.
Yeah.
Congo
not in Congo, in UK,
it
in the
blew up here in the UK.
In UK, not even in Congo, like here.
Right.
So it proper blew up, and everybody start telling me, yo man, you need to do more Lingala songs.
So can I say, because I like to analyze things, Smokey, you know what I mean? I don't like to look at things on the side. I like to go a little deeper, right? Yeah. So would you say then that when you switched from English to Lingala, you touched something in the Congolese community? You did something that no other Congolese rapper was actually doing at that time? So they responded to it. They love to hear you rapping in that native language, in that language that they understand and they speak every day. So they must really appreciate you for doing that.
Right now it's like, they appreciate it. But when I started, it was like, yo man, you're not gonna make it with Lingala, you know, it's no.
So there was some negativity along the way, right?
A lot, like, you know.
So people was like,
I lost few artists because of that.
When you say lost artists, well, you actually were producing artists as well?
Yeah, I had a group called DLF.
Okay.
So it was like I had a few artists, but the group split up because of that. Right. But I felt like, you know, but what really made me do that was in 2005 I became the best Congolese rapper in UK.
So you actually won an award?
So
So there's a amongst the Congolese community, they have an award ceremony for the best Congolese artist. And you, what year was that?
In 2005.
2005.
I didn't win any award, but it was written in the biggest Congolese magazine called Grand Lac Magazine. So because of that, then I felt like, yo, I'm the best Congolese rapper now. Right. So I didn't feel like doing the English no more. I was like, I had to just switch it.
So it's working out. So it was working out for you.
It worked out. Right. Now so I'm the best.
You stood out.
UK. I'm nice now.
So now from being the just a man in the crowd, you went straight to the top of the Congolese chart.
Never stop, you know.
And since then, I mean, that's the Congo, right? And I know there's a big Congolese community. And I know Congo's a big place. I know there's a lot of Congolese.
So we're talking about United Kingdom.
Right.
So United Kingdom.
So your fan base now from this Congolese, has it branched out into other communities as well? Are you finding that other communities back in
you know, the thing about me is I always be doing other things as well, but I don't really talk about it because I'm focused on the Congolese community.
I understand.
I'm well known in African community as well, in North London.
So you work in different communities in North London. So you work with Caribbean community as well?
Always.
And you work with, what other communities is there out there? I know there's an African community. I know there's a Caribbean community. Who else? English community?
Look, I perform in African Music Award. The first edition I performed, and the second one, me and my other artist that I used to promote, she won that award as the best UK male artist, female artist. She won that.
Pick one.
What a song? If I have to pick a song, it would be let me do this. Number 2.
All right. So, you're very interesting. I want people to hear a bit more about Smokey. I want them to hear some more about. I want them to hear some more of Smokey's music, right? Smokey's got a track here called Dialogue.
Yeah, Dialogue.
Right? Now, he's chosen for you to listen to this track here called Dialogue. We'll come back with Smokey in a minute. Yeah. Y'all just sit tight and just enjoy the music on BlessRadio.org. Smokey Loke.
Yeah, Big Mike.
Yeah, we're back. That tune there that I just played, Dialogue.
Yeah.
Right? That's Lingala hip hop, right?
Lingala hip hop, pure.
Right. So tell me a little bit about that tune, Dialogue, and what you were saying in Lingala.
Dialogue. Okay, we say dialogue.
Dialogue.
It's kind of French. Yeah. Obviously, as a community guy, as an artist, I just felt like my community needed to really sit down and talk to each other, like,
right?
Because there's a lot of things going on. I wasn't happy about it, so I thought, you know what, we need to talk, you know.
So we need to dialogue.
I've been to a lot of as you call it, event where I wanted to talk, but because I was young, they didn't let me.
Right.
So I just saw so it just came like, listen, I'm also from Congo, like, you know, I got something to say, and yeah, things like that. So I just started talking about that. We need to come together as a community and do something to talk to each other, things like that, you know.
Right.
That's why.
That's what it's all about, right there. I mean, dialogue, about talking, about communication, and it's about coming together and understanding one another and being able to relate to one another, so we can do what we have to do.
It's about uplifting, you know.
Yeah,
uplifting young people, the community, and just rough sense.
Yeah, I've got a CD here, Smokey 9278, Lingala Hip Hop. This CD is called Lingala Hip Hop. I noticed it doesn't have that stamp that you normally find on hip hop CD that say like parental guidance.
Oh yeah, no.
No, there's no swearing on this, huh?
No swearing.
Okay, there's no swearing, there's no cussing in Lingala Hip Hop. It's just conscious stuff.
Pure.
Uplifting, clean stuff.
Classic, clean.
Right, that's what we love. That's what we like, yeah. Cause there's no parental sticker on Smokey's works. All right.
The music is for everybody to listen to.
Right.
I don't have no limit on my, who to listen. I do music for everyone.
Smokey, I tell you, man, I feel very privileged to be talking to you, bro. Because true, I know you and I know your strength and I know how long you've been doing what you're doing, and I know how far you've come to where you are now. I really feel privileged, to know you, be friends with you, and I'm very excited to know that you're going to be at TOL Temple of Light Black History Month 2017 event, performing on, I think you're going to be there on all 3 dates, right? You're going to be on the 7th, the 21st, and the 29th.
I'm gonna rock it.
Right.
Man, listen, that's what I do, man.
Yeah,
I love to be on stage and rock it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on stage. I've seen you perform. I know you're high energy, right? So I'm really looking forward to that energy. I'm really looking forward to vibing with you. What I want to know, Smokey, is just why is it that, you wanted to do an event like this, a community event, a Black History event? What does that mean to you, Black History Month?
You know what? I've been doing it since 2003. I started at my college. I used to go to college called Buffalo Forest College.
Yes.
So that was my first Black History Month
event.
So since then, I always waiting for October to come around,
right?
So I can just do it. And I've been doing a lot of Black History Month events around North London,
Right.
Quite a lot. Every year I do it.
So Smokey, you well experienced in the Black History Month.
Most definitely.
So it's not a new thing to you to be speaking to the people, them, and to be representing in a positive, uplifting way.
You know what? This time around, I'm gonna talk about Congo.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a lot of something about Congo.
But people are fascinated about Congo because I don't even know if a lot of people are aware that in order even just for your mobile phones to work, the minerals and all that come from the Congo. The Congo is the place, and there's a lot of brothers and sisters dying in the Congo for us to have these mobile phones.
Most definitely, there's a lot of things going on in Congo right now, like wars and women get wet and all that.
Right.
So there's a lot of things going on in Congo right now. It's not nice,
Yes, and that's why I'm glad to that we have you on board and that you can enlighten and illuminate some of these things from a very close personal perspective, and not like second hand, or it's very close and personal to you. So make sure, if you want to see Smokey Loc,
most definitely,
right,
come down,
my man, right, my homie, my hero, right, Lingala Hip Hop, and all the Congolese, I want you to come out. I want all the Caribbean people to come out. I want all the English, all the Welsh. I want all the right, who are into this positive, uplifting vibration, and all the supporters of Black History Month. Everybody that wants to see, I want you to make sure that you're down there on October the 7th. 21st and 29th, Chestnut Community Center, to see my man Smokey Loc, right?
To all my African, Congolese, UK, come down, you know, it's going down, you know.
Yo.
Come visualize Lingala hip hop for yourself, you know. Lingala hip hop, Smokey 927, and you can get my album on iTunes, you know.
Yeah.
My album is out, Lingala hip hop. You can get it on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, and everywhere, you know. Just in all the Congolese shops.
What about your website? You got a website out there?
You know, it's coming, you know.
Okay, so what about merchandising? What about your clothing line, Smokey? I see you got a nice baseball cap here, saying Smokey with your numbers on there. So
we're doing business now.
What else you got? I see you got a jacket. I see you got hoodie. What else you got? You got trainers as well?
No trainers yet.
Okay, all right. Okay, right. So I see the clothing line is coming on. So make sure you support that. You go online and check out Smokey 9.
I got a couple shows coming up. Go Congo Week coming up.
You got some shows coming up.
Yeah,
some events.
Right now I'm doing quite a lot of charity work.
Okay, good. That's great.
To help young people, you know.
Respect.
In general, Congolese, African, UK, North London.
Respect to the max.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, like supporting the young ones.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm quite busy, you know. Keeping it busy.
Right.
I'm working on my new album as well, you know. Because Lingala hip hop has been like 2 years and a half, you know.
Right.
So I'm on a new thing now, you know.
Okay, family.
Yeah, man, I'm working.
All right, so
new music is coming also, so yeah.
All right, so Smokey, we look forward to seeing you at the event, doing your thing. I want to leave out with this track from you.
Big man, listen, man, thank you very much for inviting me.
How you mean, family? Yo, you know how this thing go, right? It's all love.
You know.
Remember, we building, we're not destroying, right?
Most definitely.
We're uniting and we're not dividing, right? Okay. We one people, right?
Yeah,
one blood, one nation.
Everyone, thank you very much for logging on. Alright? Bang! Smokey 9278, Lingala hip hop on the rise.
Blessed love, people. This is Liquor Jimmy speaking. And listen to Brother Asa Mike every Thursday evening on The Light Show. Check it out without a doubt.
Yes, family. That was Smokey 9278 Linga Hip Hop. Just played that little closing tune from him, Hip Lofe at Linga Beats, bad boy tune. So we also got in the house with us tonight the man DS Jammers. And if you're not aware who DS Jammers is, he's an author, he's a researcher also, he's a wordsmith. He is a person that has done a lot of good work in the community, putting information out there about word, sound, and power, helping you to really understand and grasp words and the meaning of words, and being able to break down the definition of words to help you to have a deeper insight into the spiritual meaning and non-literal meaning of some of these words. So we give thanks for that. Right? We give thanks for that. So we got the brother in the house, Brother Jammers.
Boom.
DS.
Big up, respect.
And thank you for the ancestors and yourself, Mike, for allowing me to come in the presence of Bless. And special request to the family, all the listeners. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Yo, bro, you know, I've been working with you and around you for some years now. Now, when I first met you, Jammers, you know, you were searching for answers. Now, years later, you know, you've got 2 books explaining some very powerful things, you know, spiritual things. So the question what I want to ask is, you know, how did you make such progress so fast in such a short space of time? You know, what are you doing? What are you eating? You know?
Well, I've had great people around me, like Brother Knox, you know, Dougie, yourself, and there's a whole lot like Buzzy B, Theo. But beyond that, I think I was just in some extreme circumstances, like a superhero movie, and it just like it switched on my on switch, you know. And it's really just as I am, we are. So basically, I'm just passing on the message that's coming through me, so everybody else can see our ability to be free mentally, physically, and spiritually.
So when you say that, you know, you are passing on the information that is passed through you, you know, when you say that, some people may, you know, wonder, you know, how come, you know, this brother's receiving such, you know, powerful information. You know, maybe they need to know a little bit about your background and some of the things that you've had to go through, because I know you've gone through some very tough times, brother.
For a little bit.
You know, so I think, you know, could you just let our listeners know about a little bit about your background, where you coming from? Because I know there was a time where you was like, you know, you was almost like on the street.
Yeah, well,
if not on the street.
Virtually on the street, yeah.
Right.
And I've always been, I think, at the age of 2, my parents said that I could read.
From the age of 2, you was reading.
And I had to spell, so I couldn't understand what they were saying, but then I understood the spelling.
Right.
But then when I went to school, well, I lost all of that.
Right.
Then when it came to 11 plus, I was a top at 11 plus.
So you was brighter before you went to school?
Yeah. The school dumbed me down.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's like most of us, right? No.
Yeah, like most of us really still, you know. So, and I'd always been addicted to like books for some reason. Yeah, books.
So you're always fascinated with words?
Always fascinated with words, books, and like I used to do like 2 books at a time, 3 books at a time. But it really started with when I was in the barbers and I saw Martin Luther King's speech, and that just like, whoa, I've never seen nothing like that before. Right. And then I ran to Head Start. And I went to Head Start, and Brother Pepper Kai gave me like Malcolm X autobiography, and then Coming Forth by Day. And then I was privileged to be in the company of Brother Knox, you know, and he opened me to his library as well, and opened my eyes to the fascination of books, you know. So I was always kind of searching. Things did come to me before, but I said, you know, when I tell some extreme circumstances, kind of when I was in like the van for really about 2.5, 3 years, I was living in the van. Yeah. And I think it's under that, it was like an incubation period under that.
So that's like almost, that's like living in the wilderness, man. I mean, that's where you find God, in the wilderness, right? So,
wait, no, I don't think he found me.
God found you. Right. So, right. So God found you. You embraced the Creator.
Yeah, well, not really. It was like explosive, really. I was just like, it's just under extreme circle where I couldn't even think anymore. I just had to question, why am I here? Why are we here? Why is there so much negativity? Right. I just asking so much questions until it was like a pop.
Right. You know? And once it popped, you just took off, right?
Yeah, it was just a button switched on, and just stuff was coming to me. My brain started to think forwards, back, because that's happened. We learned the language just from left to right. But then I started looking at the language from right to left, inside and out. And the more I done it, the more my brain started speeding up. So every time I saw a word, I was breaking it down. I was looking at the Latin, the Greek, put into the English. Then I was having like 3 different books in front of me. Like I bought the Latin book. Then I thought when I bought the 2 Latin dictionaries, I thought there was something wrong with them. Right. So then I went. Another thing is that I kept going to like bookshops, and something kept leading me to certain books as well, you know. And I started picking up all of these different books, and one book I picked up, the bulk of the Latin words. Right. So then I found out the book we had all the Latin words in, which is some 18th century Latin book. Well, that's about £160 Latin book. So all my
how much for the book?
£160.
So it's £160 book for £60 for the Latin book.
For one Latin book. And the funny thing is, I can't read Latin. You know? And the thing is, I just like obsessing. Like all my friends was going towards like Africa, Kemet, searching, and I was going towards Latin. So even myself was questioning, why I'm rushing into this Latin thing, you know. But then the words became like an obsession, and I just found out there's more to these words than they've been showing us, you know. Right.
So that led to one thing led to another. So you went from Latin and you started to research.
Yeah, first I realized that the language, the sound, the mechanics of sound is when you reverse certain sounds, you get the opposite opposite meaning.
So would you call that the mechanics of sound?
The sound, because you
Sound
got
mechanics.
forward and back. You
Yes.
know? So the same sound that you make to go forwards, like, is the same energy. Say if you used to suck the energy like that.
Right.
So when you got the word like pit, P-I-T,
Yeah, that's interesting.
the same frequency. You got pit, which is down. You reverse it around. You got T-I-P, which is pit, which is tip, which is up. So the same three letters, the same sound. You just reverse them, and you get the opposite action to that.
Right. So you found all this out in your research?
No, this happened in the van. This is in the van.
From in the van, you knew these things?
Yeah, for the van, that's when it all came to me.
Okay.
So whatever, things were just starting to come for me in seconds. Then
You're going to make a lot of people move into their van.
I wish I didn't get rid of the van. I'd be so much money for that van.
So it's
already
almost like
still.
we're too comfortable. Sometimes we need a little bit of a shaking up to be able to trigger some of the genius.
Yeah, because if you look at like that, a wild animal, say a wild dog, his senses are fully alert because one wrong move and it's existing, it finishes.
Right.
You look at a tame animal and it could. This, and as well we've been trained to stay in a certain state of thinking, of thought, process, action. Our brains are stimulated by continual bombardment of ideas from somebody else, you know, and then we're led to believe that if we think anything else differently from what we've been told, then there's something wrong with us.
So brother, you have in your book, the book that you've written, you've got a book called Etymology that you've just written.
I've got a book called, it's like a workbook, which is what I because when I was looking more about language, I couldn't find nothing to work with,
right?
Because all the languages all separated. So I bought a book called Etymology, Roots of Word, which puts all the languages together.
Okay.
You know, so it's a study. It's just really a study book for you to put with a Latin dictionary or an English dictionary or on your. I want to start to see for yourself, like how the words have been manipulated and how we don't even really know why these words are which they are. For instance, an ambulance. Why is an ambulance called an ambulance? Because amble means to walk or move.
Right.
You know, but they don't tell us this.
So your book is not a dictionary as such.
No.
It doesn't work with the should I say the official definitions.
No,
it's more of a book that actually breaks down the definitions.
Yeah, it breaks down the pieces.
Of these words.
Yeah, because a dictionary just gives you a meaning. A meaning means vague.
Right.
It doesn't give you the root.
So meaning actually, the word meaning actually
in mathematics means average.
Average,
yeah.
right.
A meaning is a vague. It doesn't give you the precise definition. That's why you've got 5 different definitions for one word.
Right.
For instance, when you got the root, like
So you have up to 5 definitions from one word. What do you mean? Give us an example.
Right. For example, well, I'll give you 2 like extreme opposites. Like the word wicked can mean good, and it can mean bad.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, you'll see the word's got it's like it's got a noun, a verb, proverb, adverb. The one word can have so much different connotations to it because the language is called equivocal. That means whatever you say is right. You know, based on the principle that in law, it's not who's right or wrong, but who has the best argument. You see, so that the language has been constructed in a way that it's under disguise. Basically, for instance, I won't say sound to you, I'll say phonetics.
Right.
So when I say phonetics, you need to get a qualification in phonetics to realise that phonetics means sound.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they hide it in a big word.
Right, I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
Understand
So,
that, family? You hear what Brother Jammers is enlightening us about? He's enlightening us about the meanings behind the meanings of words, and also about would you really say that a more subtle interpretation of words as well?
I'd say what it is, this system of words has been created to slow us down.
Okay.
Because they look at language. If you look at this language and you break down the definition of the word language,
right,
you've got the word lang, which means tongue, Latin lingua, or for them it means long. So it means long. So basically, the tongue means to long you out, and then it also comes from the word linger. Yeah. And when you linger, that slows you down. Right. Language, comes from languish. So basically, the principles of language is to make you speak weakly. That's basically when you break it down.
So, like for example, when I was talking to Brother Knox earlier about autism, he spoke about a spectrum.
Yeah.
Like a high-end spectrum and a low-end spectrum. Mm-hmm. So does the language also carry a spectrum?
Yeah, it works with lines. So it works with linear. And linear means when it makes you see things in one dimension. You follow the line, it stops you from seeing things either side of the line. Right. So it's based on keeping things in a line. And a line is also, if you listen to the word line, you hear the word lying, because they're lying with the lines that they give you.
Right, wow. That's D.S. Jammers. That's the brother that's written the book called Eptomology. He will be down at the Black History Month event in the TOL Temple of Light Black History Month event 2017 down at Chestnut Community Center, 280 St. Anne's Road, Tottenham, London, N15 5BN. Now, as you can hear, the brother's got a very insightful and unique perspective on word, sound, and power. So what we will be doing is at the Black History Month event, he'll be doing some workshop.
Yeah, doing some workshop. Also, I've got a Mastermind Intelligence Center. Right. So basically, we've got the power to define and give ourselves awards.
So hold on. The Mastermind Intelligence Center.
That's correct.
And it empowers...
Well, it's basically designed to give us intelligence. You don't want a certificate. Certified means to declare insane.
Right, so you don't want to be certified insane now.
No.
So what would be the alternative?
Diplomas.
So you get diplomas, okay.
Yeah, so that means you've got the ability to be deployed in doing different work. So basically we're setting up an intelligence center to make we can define and make ourselves intelligent.
So the intelligence center would be like an authority on...
Well, basically we're setting up a multiple choice. It's online multiple choice which you can get on your mobile phones as well and on computers. So we're setting up a multiple choice center where you can go to on your mobile phones and all different subjects.
Okay.
And it's basically, and then you can train yourself to but the more times you do the multiple choice, just you increase your ability.
Right.
And then,
I've actually tried it out. Mm-hmm. I must tell you, right? I've been on the website and I tried it out because I know there's some you got some sample trial.
We got some sample trial
packages, right?
Yeah.
And so I tried out some of the trial packages. I think it was like about 20 questions.
Yeah.
And you got different categories, right?
That's right.
So I picked Jamaica,
yeah.
Right? Because I love Jamaica. I'm fascinated by Jamaica, right? So I picked Jamaica and I answered the questions. I think what did I get? Like 17 out of 20 at this point. So I got like 3 wrong.
Yeah.
And I found it quite fun. I find it kind of like, moreish. Like, I want to go back and do more.
Right.
So, it's something I could recommend that, people, they're good for, parties, when you're having your little cocktail parties and, also when you're just like, with your children and you're looking for something to keep the children occupied, and you want not just occupy them with nonsense, you want to occupy them with something that is creative and also informative that can actually teach them something rather than turn them into a little fool. It's great. I noticed that. It's very great and it's very useful. So I think it's a great idea, the Mastermind Intelligence Service and the package that you have online. So, how you came up with that? It's quite unique.
As I said, these things are just coming through me. I just woke up one morning and I said, we need this, because I could write, but then when I done my first lecture at Dougie's event, I started over-analysing. So I thought, I need to improve my speaking.
Right.
And then I woke up one morning, I said, we need a speakers club. We need something to train us to speak. Right. And we need an authority that gives out certificates. So it was the Speakers Club, Talking Academy, Mastermind Intelligence Center.
Right.
And as I thought it, 2 years later, it's all manifested. So this is just to show when we put our thoughts into action, we can make them a reality.
Positive.
And that's just evidence. I'm not talking off of theory or somebody I've read.
Right.
the facts is clear to see that.
Absolutely.
3 books, Speakers Club, Talking Academy, Mastermind, and all it's just
Speaks
come
for
from.
itself.
It's just come from. But the key element is you've got to have integrity, and you've got to have a bigger vision than yourself. It's got to be for your community. You've got to have a vision that everybody else can see where they can benefit from, and that's where it will manifest to a reality.
So, Brother Jammers, very great and very informative. You know, we call you the wordsmith. Right? That's a name that's kind of stuck to you, the wordsmith, because you're very good with words, right? And you have a gift with words. Not just very good with words, you have a gift with words. And, you know, for people who are interested, and for people who are fascinated and who want to learn and understand more about words and the origins of words, and be able to gain such a unique insight, because you know there's loads of books on etymology, there's loads of what you want to call them, professionals, and what's that word they love to use so much? Specialist.
Scholars of. Yeah.
You're a specialist. You're an expert. That's the word they like to use a lot, right? They like to give the title of expert, right, to somebody who's just learned how to do something, right? But I would say that you have an expertise on words. So what I would like to find out is why you want to share this expertise with, say, the black community and all the other communities, the African community, the Chinese community. What is it that you're trying to achieve by putting out these books and also doing workshop and appearing at this year's Black History Month event?
Well, it's not even me, mate. It's just like it's unstoppable, basically. Is there so much energy coming out?
Right.
I can't even keep my mouth shut for 2 seconds. You see, so even if I didn't want to give it away, it's gonna come out.
It's coming out.
So it's just a manifestation of like a higher intelligence energy that's just coming through.
Right.
You know, and I've just come to realise that things are coming to me that I've never thought. I didn't think about what's coming to me. It's just coming to me. So something else is just pushing this message out. And as I said, I'm just the vehicle to show that there's more to us than meets the eye. You know?
Right.
And trigger everybody else's on switch so they can do what we'll do.
So, what other avenues have you taken to disseminate this information, to spread this information and to make it reach as many people? What other avenues have you taken? Because I know that you had you've done many different events. I know you've done talent events, right, which I've actually taken part in your talent events. And I know that you do the Speakers Club. What else do you do?
I've done Flavor Showcasing, which is basically I came to your shop and bought the book on Amos Wilson, which is a Black Power, which is from Marcus Garvey.
Right.
So I'm a man who likes to put it into practice. I read half a chapter, and then after that, I just saw that we just need to invest in ourselves, create something that we're going to interest, but it has to be something that excels.
Right.
So then put on the Flavor Showcasing, and that runs straight away.
Right. Yeah, that was great. The Flavor Showcasing, that actually gave a lot of young people inspiration and actually helped to build up and boost up their confidence as well. Because I saw that, and I also saw that you also had a diverse list of artists, which I find to be very a uniting type of thing, where you're actually bringing different people together, and you know that's very easy to do, especially in the kind of climate that we're in, where people actually, and there's actually organizations and there's actually a movement to actually rip people apart and to separate people and to have people actually be antagonistic and to be at each other's throats, right, and not be able to think clearly. I noticed that your work has been actually bringing people together from different spectrums as well. And you know, how do you achieve these successes?
I suppose when you're living on the edge, it's like you're not that frightened to make the next move, you know. And I think that's what it is. You're living on.
So you're on the edge,
and it's just this, as I said, when you've got this kind of power coming through you, you know, it's just like. If you're given the power, it's there for you to use, you know. And so far, every time I've done a move, it seems like it's been working. So I'm just happy to just be the vehicle. And I used to read the Superman comics and the Spider-Man when I was little.
Right. So
I feel like I'm one of those heroes at the moment.
Oh, that's great. Jammers, tell us a little bit about what to expect on on
Well, as I
Saturday
said,
the 7th.
don't wait for bonfires night because this is going to be explosive. You know?
Yo!
Yeah, there's going to be fireworks in the building. We're coming to bring the light. You know, it's an opportunity to
Right.
increase your eyesight and look bright.
The light show, the
That's
Temple
what
of
it's
Light.
gonna be,
Yes, sir.
Temple of Light. So that's what it's all about. Giving people the knowledge and wisdom so that they can do and walk on their own 2 feet. They say find the truth and the truth will set you free. We were going to tell you what the truth is.
Absolutely.
So that's what it is.
Absolutely.
You've got
And
to
the
break
truth is
down
in the
word.
words.
It's in the word. Once you break down the word, you've got the key.
Right, right. You hear that,
And the
family?
key is the sound. And who banks
truth's
the
in the
most
words.
notes makes the best sounds, but banks the most note because a bank note is a note. A note is by a sound. Everybody who makes the best sound is the biggest man around town.
Right. You hear that,
Don't be
family?
a clown, come on down.
Yeah.
Don't wear a frown.
You hear that, family? So it's called the TOL Temple of Light Black History Month 2017 event, October the 7th, 21st, and 29th from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. There's going to be a lot of different things going on down there. You're going to have speakers, lecturers, you're going to have workshops, you're going to have things for the children like bouncy castles, face painting, puzzles and games, to keep the children, make sure the children are occupied and they're having their own event while the adults are having their event. The children can have their event also and have some fun. And also, there's going to be a lot of vegetarian food down there, a lot of vegan food, and there's also going to be, food for from different communities as well down there on the day. There's going to be a lot of live PAs. You're going to have a lot of big name artists down there. You're going to have Native Son. You're going to have Baby Soul. You'll have Black Chronicle. You'll have Congolese Artist of the Year 2 times running from 2016, 2017. New Chile. You also got Captain Virgo. You're going to have Conscience. You're going to have Smokey, my man, right? With the Lingala hip hop. Also, you're going to have Brother Knox talking on autism. You're going to have Shaka Buku dealing with self-defense. You're going to have Raymond Gordon talking about comedic consciousness, right? And of course, you're going to have DS Jammers, the wordsmith, talking about and doing workshops and expanding your knowledge on etymology, word, sound, and power.
And I'm going to have some books down there as well. So if you want to pre-order your book, you can do 07497 069702. Once again, that's 07497 069702. So if you just text me your name and text the light, you get your discount as well. Thank you.
You hear that, family? So if you text the light show to DS Jammers,
07497 069702.
you get a what?
You get your discount.
You get a discount. How much discount they get?
We'll see around that. But at the moment, they're beginning at £17, £18 they're beginning. It's retailing at 20. So
you're talking about a good discount there.
and plus, they'll be getting credits on to go on the site to do the course as well.
So you get bonuses as well,
Bonuses
family.
as well, yeah.
So not only you get discount, saving money, which means that you got more money to spend on something that you like, or something for your children, but you're also going to get,
Credits to go on the Mastermind Intelligence site to do the course.
and that's like
etymology.
certificates. That's more savings. It's almost like he's paying you now, right? So, just make sure you're down there checking out my man, the wordsmith, DS Jammers, and the etymology king. That's why I have to call him the etymology king.
Easy with that.
Yeah, he's the etymology king of London because he's got a unique perspective on breaking down these words. He's got a great vibe. He's got great energy. His brother just goes. He don't stop. He just keeps going and going. And when you see this man in action, I don't know if you've ever been to any of his lectures or seminars, but I have. And when you see this man in action, it's pure energy. It's pure energy, non-stop. You can't fall asleep. You can't get distracted because it's just pure energy. Your eyes are just glued to this man, right? And it's important that you're taking the information, taking the knowledge that he's worked so hard to bring to you, and it's good that you can be down there to support the hard work that he's done and the hard work that he's doing, because there's a lot more to come. And if you could just let us know, Jammers, about what you got coming in the future, what other plans you got, just give us a little glimpse into some of the things, because you must have a mountain of things.
Well, I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on now because the Speakers Club is getting bigger and bigger.
Speakers Club.
Yeah,
Okay, when's the next Speakers Club event?
It's the 26th of November.
Okay.
And it's the Art of Deception.
Where's that going to be?
That's going to be at the Vertigo Art Centre.
Okay, you hear that, family? He's dealing with the art of deception.
That's right. We have to know all the tricks that they try to play on us.
That's like the strategies.
That's right. Strategies that are used against us. We have to be aware.
Chess, family. Well, you know, we're there England, and we're there Britain, so we can play a little chess. Hopefully.
Yeah, so our listeners to big up their chess, you know.
Yeah. Don't forget to big up and beat on your chest as well.
Right.
But family, so that's DS Jammers.
Respect.
I just want to say thank you to him very much for taking his time coming down here, because I know that this man is like always going. I know people want him to be everywhere all at once, but he was gracious enough to take the time out to be on the Light Show with us today, and I really enjoyed his company and I enjoy his energy. And even if you don't say nothing, he's just here. It's just you can still feel that energy.
You brought me a long way as well. If you got yourself,
brother, we just give thanks. You know, we give thanks to life and we give thanks to the energy, right? Because it's the energy that builds us.
Respect. Don't get penned in by the pen being designed to keep your eyes open, and don't develop a dependency on the sentence because you end up in the brain cell. So we come to keep your eyes open. O plus pen is open. Thank you.
Zoom. That's my brother DS Jammers family. All other station out there, all other DJ out there, wanna listen up clear, cause this is the station right here, right now. Alright? And it's called Bless Radio. And we are doing it for the community, because we love the community. So make sure our station out there I represent the community. Otherwise, I say nothing. Right? Because we put the community first. Because without the community, we are nothing. Real. I'm saying that, we have to bring in a real community man. A big community man. And his name, Brother Dougie. Right? Now, Brother Dougie, that I'm a brethren, master MC that, right? In the thing, long time. So, Brother Dougie, you are going to be at the Black History Month event?
Yes, sir. First, I want to give thanks and praise the Most High. Give thanks for our ancestors, our parents. The granted is that if we went for our parents, we wouldn't be here right now. If we went for our grandparents, our parents wouldn't be here. So, that's why I give thanks. Also, I give thanks to this powerful radio station here. Give thanks for the management, because it takes a brave management to put on a station like this. Also, I give thanks to you, my brother, because you've been with me from day one, and it really is a pleasure to be here. And also, I want to pick up the brothers inside the host, because it's very important that put in perspective, because Brother Knox is someone I know for nearly 40 years. Nearly 40 years. I had no sense when I met Knox, right? And that's with Brother Gamba. And with him, for them time that Knox was to teach history. Knox, I probably remember, the first I saw Knox was talking at Head Start Bookshop. One before know that. Also I saw Knox talk at a big event at the Tottenham Town Hall, talk about mental health. That's over 30 years ago, man.
Yes, sir. 30 years.
Same time there. Knox was the first person who teach me as a youth. See? So I've got a lot of respect for Knox. Also, Knox does a lot of work around, you mentioned a little bit around health. He is a researcher.
Yes,
when
sir.
it comes to health, he does a lot of research in that particular area.
Yes.
So I've given respect to Knox. Also, you had the one, Smokey was an artist, right? First time I met him, the guy's got a beautiful soul about him, a beautiful spirit about him. And what I like about it, brother, and we had a conversation off here, he loved to help people. His mission is to help young people to feel their vision in life, And also we have Jammers. I give a joke about Jammers, right? And it's true. Jammers was living in a caravan one time, right? Homeless, right? And one time Jammers said to me that he had a choice between, was it bread and cheese, right? I said, what about this, sir? It's been about 2 years after, Jammers come pick me up one time in a black limousine, right? Not me get frightened, right? It just shows you your mess has become your message, right? And Jammers talked about living on the edge.
Yes, sir.
Right? You're right. And once you live on the edge, you see, who feels it knows it. Right? Yeah. And that's why I've got a lot of respect for Jan, because me and Jan's been through enough things already.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It's been by me, you know, and Jammers is someone I respect and admire, and he's truly is a brother. You know? He's a man, if you have no money, he makes you have money in your pocket. If you go anywhere, he's always willing to buy you food, buy you lunch, you know, etc. That's Jammers, a true brethren. See? So I just want to make sure that I bring everybody in, because, you know, these are no other individuals here, right? These are powerful individuals we have inside the halls. See?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Brother Dougie. And with that, you know, I have to also let people know that, you know, from day one, when we meet Dougie there on a mission. High energy, you know. He take out a lot of his energy. He use up a lot of his energy, you know, trying to, or not just trying to, doing for his community, doing for his people, pulling them together, making sure that things get done. So we also want to say a big thank you, you know, to you as well, Brother Dougie, and also thank you for coming here today and gracing us with your presence, because you're a great man.
Yeah, but also, you know, I'm really looking forward to the event what's taking place on the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st.
Sure.
Right? I want to mention a brother called Siam, right? I don't think you mentioned him on the a minute ago, as mentioned, but Siam is a heavyweight. You know, and he'll be talking about vibration and a high level of consciousness. You know, he's going to go into that, and nobody out there can really touch the kind of vibe.
Say the brother's name again.
Siam.
Brother Siam. Yes, yeah. Brother Siam will be at the TOL Temple of Light Black History Month event in 2017 down at Chestnut Community Center. Now I've heard this brother's a very powerful brother.
He's a very powerful brother.
So I mean, tell me a bit more about this brother and like, what is it that he's actually, you know, promoting and working on, and what is it he's bringing to his community?
We see Siam's been around for a very long time. I've only known Siam for the last probably less than a year, right? And also, give us a bit of status. He's in a documentary, Looking for Love.
Looking for Love.
Yeah.
Menelik Shabazz.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's in there making a contribution.
Okay.
Right? Also, he was on Top of the Pops.
Okay, so he's a musician as well. Musical talent.
He was on Top of the Pops many years ago.
That's a very successful musician.
Some rap thing he was doing many years ago. Right?
Okay.
But he's an astrologist, numerologist. You know, he's a poet.
Right, so he's come a long way.
Right, he's a drum.
A bit like Malachi York, because a lot of people don't know. Say Malachi York was also a recording artist back in the day.
I learned it from Sam showed me that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So he's an artist. You know, he's a multi-talented individual, and he loves to reason. You know, he's a man. He always spend time for any reason. You know, so you know, very spiritual, very talented. But again, it's no secret to someone like Sam. He works on himself. Right. You know, constantly. Day after day, you know, work on himself. You know, so I mean, on the event was taking place on the 17th, 14th, and the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th, the 21st, and the 21st, and the 29th.
29th, beg your pardon, right? That we're gonna hit the community wildfire, because I hear my brethren, the rap artist there, said that we're gonna mash it up.
Smokey, yeah.
Smokey said we're gonna mash it up. Smokey said we're gonna go on fire. You know what I mean? Because I know it's him charge up already. You know,
yeah.
And it's gonna be lightning.
Yeah, and you know there's gonna be loads of artists down there, man.
Brother from Jamaica still in it.
Yeah, we have Ashanti Amen. From Jamaica that's going to be coming up, and he's a hot artist, a very powerful, conscious artist coming out of the Rasta community in Jamaica right now, and he's up here right now, and he's already confirmed that he will be making an appearance.
He's here right now?
Yeah, he's here. He's in the UK right now. He's on a tour right now. He's on a European tour. He's going from here. He's going to France. He's going to Belgium. So he's going to be going to a lot of different places. Yeah, the Europeans up there sucking it up. They're loving the Rasta vibes, and he's also made a commitment to be at the Black History Month event here in October in Tottenham, so we can soak up some of the good Jamaican vibes as well.
Okay, then.
Conscious vibes, you know.
Because also, Brother Knox, boy, you know, and all you do is go online, right, and you see so much things about it.
Yes, so much, man, so much. We told you a lot already, but we even told you the first name, Joshua. Right? So you can work it out from there, you know?
Every
big star that man.
You know, he's traveling all over, getting awards here and there, so amazing individual. But I don't expect anything sharp because Knox is very humble, he's an amazing individual.
Yes, he is.
You
Yes.
ever said the man's been studying this thing from creation. Yeah, I know Knox nearly 40. In fact, come to nearly 4 years now, Knox, when I think about it. You know, nearly 40 years.
My youngest daughter is 42.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to tell you about Knox. You're talking about how far back Knox goes. Cause I remember when Knox was giving us information on the VHS videotapes. Yeah, it wasn't no DVDs about them time. He was getting Dr. Ben. He was introducing Dr. Ben, Dr. Henry Clark, all these greats on videotape. You know that? How far back is that?
In fact, you know, Knox, I want to go home now because I'm sure I've got something. No. I'm sure I've got some cassette tapes of views. Doing lectures at Head Start Bookshop.
Yes. Yes. So you see, family. So this is the category. This is the pedigree. This is the power of information bringers, light bringers that will be at the Black History Month event. So these are heavyweights. These are not lightweights, right? So we just want to also say that, you know, Shaka Buku is going to be there as well, and of people who might not know about Shaka Buku, but Shaka Buku is a heavy self-defense man. Right, this is a self-defense man that go back in at the 70s.
Yeah,
learn under one of the great masters them that came out of Hackney, and a lot of people don't know. Say that you have some self-defense masters, because someone don't like to use the word martial arts or none of these things, so they just call it self-defense. Because when you say martial arts, people think you can use it to attack people and beat up people. But the man, want to make it clear that this thing is used to defend themselves. It's not for broken up, going around and destroying people. It's like if someone bring it to you, then you're more than capable of, you know, defending yourself. So they call it self-defense. And these are some of the old timers that brought this thing from Hackney way back in the 70s, right? So they'll be down there, because some of these are what you would call masters now, and they will be down there dealing with this African side. Well, how they take the self-defense and how to show that self-empowerment of the African.
Right. I see where you're coming from.
So it's like that self-empowerment of that African spirit, but in self-defense and being able to defend yourself.
Yeah. That show we got a little flavour.
Yes,
you know,
man.
A little flavour.
Everything.
You know? And the thing is this, that you see, when I speak, there's two things. A, I haven't quite painted the picture in the mind, but you don't see the value.
Yes.
You know? We're here to paint the picture so you see the value what's taking place at these events here. Because there's going to be nothing like this at all, you know, in Harringay and probably all of London, probably all of England.
Yeah.
You know? Because the reason I'm saying that, because our heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
You know? Because, as I said, I've worked with jammers, right? And the reason why Jam is so successful, because his heart's in the right place.
Yes.
The reason why Knox is so successful and his boy is so successful, because his heart is in the right place. The reason why our brother here, Brother Mikey Asar, right, is so successful, bringing people to come together, his heart's in the right place. Our beautiful artist here, right, his heart's in the right place. He's got a beautiful soul. And you see the man just melt with us.
Yes, easy.
You know, we never met him, but he just melt with us. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, bringing energies together to make things happen. As Les Brown says, you don't be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Yes, sir.
You know? See? So, what we're talking about is no dibbitism we are dealing with right about. We are dealing with some serious revolution. Revolution of the mind.
The mind, yes,
the
sir.
mind we are dealing with. See? So I'm very excited. You know, I'm hype up. You know, I don't want to sit up. I'm hype up. When I go home, I'm going to talk again. And encourage many people to come out, because we want to get as many people to come out. Because, you know, and I guarantee when you leave there, life will never be the same again.
Yes, sir.
Because the information is going to blow us away. I mean, Jammers is just, you know, they use the word.
Packed.
Yeah,
It's packed.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
packed. It's packed.
It's a
packed.
wordsmith.
You know,
we can't find word for it. You know?
We got jammers. I mean, these are powerhouses. These are like heavyweight knockout specialists, right? These are they're top of the game. They're top of their game. They're like, you know, the Anthony Joshua's, you know, of their game, right? These are champions, right? So, you know, we got people like Raymond Gordon, you know, a comedic cosmos, you know, dealing with comedic cosmos, dealing with the scale of this African awakening, this conscious awakening that's not just in the black man, it's also in the white man, it's also in the Chinese man, it's also in the Indian man, it's also in the whole human family, because we wake up and we're moving. Some people don't realize that we've moved on. Some people don't realize that things are no longer the same. Things have changed, but we have to show you that things have changed with our actions and with the things what we're doing, so you can see things are no longer the same. Things have changed, right?
But I want to write on that, because when you say that we have to do things by action, is right. It's by commitment, because some of us tend to talk, right? And not wrong talking, but you got to back it up with action. You know, there's no point having a relationship, right, with a woman, right? Every you talk, you do this, do that, right? But if you don't do it and back it up, just look, yeah, idiot.
Yeah, man, she run you.
Show you out the place. You know what I mean? You back it up by action and by commitment. Yeah? See? And that's what we're about, because, I mean, you know, I judge people not what they say, but what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've been writing for a very long time. You know, Knox can vouch for me, because Knox knows me as a youth man. In fact, Knox, I said I'm more great than you.
You're more great than Knox. Oh, go ahead. So,
yeah.
But Knox have him know some health secrets, man. Him know enough things to avoid.
He's a health man, you know what I mean? you know. But I've been around and I've learned a lot from people like Brother Knox. That's why when I see Brother Knox, I have to humble myself. Sir. You know, I'm bow down to man like.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Knox is a very humble person, but people don't know the history of Brother Knox. You know, this man did lecture when I was a youth. You know what I mean? And to see the man know as a big man, I still learn on the man feet now. I have to humble myself. See? Humble myself. You know? So, you know, it's just a pleasure to be in a man like Knox and in the front of the brothers them. You know what I mean? Because this way, grinding with your brothers them. You know, it's about brand
This is it, grounded.
It's about love as well.
Yes, sir.
Because the biggest force in life is love. You know, there's no powerful force than love, and I feel the energy of love was taking place right now.
Yes,
that's
family.
why this event here is a love event.
Yes,
we're
family.
so powered up, spiritual up, and we're fired up to make things happen in our community.
So, Honor, make sure Honor come out. You hear? Make sure Honor come out, and make sure you don't miss out on this great extravaganza, this coming together, this natural mystic, right? So I want to play a tune by one of my favorite artists right now, right? We take a little break and we'll come back, yes?